Hello everyone, welcome back to the Dreamers of Verkal Dromak. In the last one, well, we're mostly just working on getting the economy to be really nice before we start expanding because, well, we still basically have level 1 advisors. That's not fun. But also, oh boy, it's almost here. I gotta deal with that. That's gonna be fun. Because you know who doesn't get it? Everyone that's wanting to attack me. At least my vassals will be fine. God, this is gonna be awful. It's gonna be the Serpent's Rod episode. I am sure of it. What do we got down here? Sleeper research. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're simply going to... You know what? Stop drilling. I need a money stockpile. And now. I just need that money stockpile. It just gotta come. I just gotta get it. Everyone's in a safe spot except for you, I guess. I don't need a trader. Just give me the point. Volcano disaster, cool. Do we have this ready? It's working on it. Okay, cool. Oh my goodness. Oh, big spy network, cool. And those have been converted. Nice. They can go back soon. It's crazy how they both got a Teamster event, though. Oh, one of them's going away. That's bad. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Oh, that's awful. God, I don't want to deal with this. I do not want to deal with this in the slightest. Where to come first? Right here. Alright. Well, this is not a spell. This is a sickness. Focus on curing them. And we're going back into debt. God, I don't want it. I don't want to... Yeah, look for clues in the corpses. We're not burning them. It's fine. Oh, 100. Nice. I can do something mean to them. I already said to the merchants. Yeah, sure. We're gonna lose so much money. Just so much money. This is just getting ridiculous at this point. Both my vassals love me? Yes. Good. How is your trust looking? 90. Good. You're getting there. Ah, this is gonna suck. Oh, Dromak's bigger. Too bad I can't dev it right now, because that plus 75 is awful. Oh, it's plus... Yeah, 75. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. Yeah, we're just gonna get money, because we are going to lose it. Oh my goodness. What ideas am I working on? Trade. Cool. So not that one. What was this looking? If we could do that, I'm at 3 stab. What else can I do with admin points? Expand administration, I guess? How are we looking on governing capacity? Oh, we're at plenty. Okay, cool. So I guess that's what we're gonna do with admin points. Gonna click this button a couple times. So we got plenty of room to spare. Get a couple of them. And Krakazol. Get a couple of them. You can get... That should do. And then generals. Okay. Yeah, that's all power cost. Gross. Okay, who's bad? You're bad. You exist. 3 siege, I'll take that. And then I need 2 more gone. You can have 5-3. Yeah, that's a bit better. 2 siege was nice, but let's see. And then you get 3-4. 3-4 is pretty good. Alright, cool. That is how you spend points. What is my mercantilism at? Did I hit 50? I have hit 50. Nice. What is my... Wow, 24 out of 34? That's so cool. Yeah, I believe it's hitting them at least, so... That's a positive. It's killing them, too. A lot of orcs, and they're just not being nice. You know, that's something I can do. I can tell... This one. Orcs. Get the focus. Humans, whatever. They're not in the caves, I don't really care. We'll get good events from them eventually. Well, there's a couple in the caves, but you know what I mean. Is that 100? Is it time for you to dig? Are you gonna be digging? No? Are you level 9? Level 8. 10 more dev to dig. I see. Well, it's in their blood. Oh, we're actually starting to get something. After several investigations, it would seem that this plague causes the blood of the victims to literally rot from within, assaulting the host's internal organs, causing itching, suffocation, vomiting, bloody diarrhea, before killing its victim, drowned in their own rotten blood. Yeah, it's really gross. How far is it gone? It's not that far yet, actually. Okay. It's not that bad yet. It's coming over here, though. As long as it doesn't come over here, I can still make some money. Because, oh boy, that devastation's awful. Let's see how bad this is. Monthly devastation, where are you? At the very bottom, +1. Ugh. Yeah, this is why I'm just stockpiling money, because that devastation's gonna screw me hard. Hey, what's this? Oh, start extensive research against serpent threat. Yeah, let's do that. Cool. Hopefully, we get the cure before it starts getting bad. Oh, they got Fight the Rot. It looks like they got something. He had over got it somewhere. That means it should be pretty much done then. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I got admin points. We can do that. Yeah, it looks like he had over managed to find the cure, so hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it gets rid of this fast enough. Hopefully these orcs have to deal with it. I hope those orcs have to deal with it. They deserve it. General dead. Natural scientist dead. Great. What do we got? Try again. One more. It's like a 3-3. That's acceptable. Let's see. A new guy. What's my inflation? Really good. Could honestly afford it. Let's go for it. I mean, I'm still making money, so it's not that bad. Oh, look at that. Ozon is now level 4. Good. This consolidation are done. Cool. Harmonic demand representation. Aren't they already integrated? Just... How about... Shut up. How about that? Let's see if they have Serpent Cure anywhere. Don't think they do. They have the bad Serpent Rot. Which means it's, like, progressing. I don't see Serpent's Cure anywhere, though. That's Segdeer. That's probably why. Order! Wow. Love that. Oh, looks like the orcs got it. Ooh, we got something. That's fun. Let's look at that. Out of these, Power of the Burgers is usually pretty okay. Tail of the Burgers is usually a bit better. Usually Corruption goes down even harder. That's pretty nice. Mercantilist Approach. Don't really need that. Lock-in Proviso or Ensure Worker Rights. This is because I finished Horde Curse. State Maintenance, Cartel Equilibrium, and Admin Possible Policies. It's okay. What else we got? Dev Cost, Goods Produced. That's really nice. Yeah, give me more stuff. More money and cheaper dev. That sounds wonderful, actually. Deepen his cups. Cool. Not that it matters. I should have a thing. Am I not allowed to do an expedition? Have land maintenance at 100. That's fair. Now I can do the expedition. I believe we're going to dirt depths. Yep. Let's do it. This is level 2 of that, so gonna send the 10 guys. They're probably gonna die. This one kind of sucks. You only need about that much on the morale, but organization, you need a bunch. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Go one more. And then supplies. Equipment. He is admin. Alright, let's do this. We're not fighting him yet. We got one more after that, but still. Yeah, there's a fire elemental in there, and the fight is awful. A peculiar message. As the expedition, once again, passes over the threshold of Grimhardum, the familiar heat of the forge hits them. This time, most of the expedition members have stowed the heavy armor they wore through the caves in favor of lighter leather and hide armor. Some mages have even procured magical armor engraved with temperature-controlling runes, much to the jealousy of the other members. Many survivors of the last expedition have returned as expected, eager to see what hides in the lower levels that were made accessible by their previous efforts. Since the last expedition, some small exploratory parties have braved the journey to the lower levels to scout ahead, all turned back quickly from the heat, unsettled by the unnatural emptiness of the cavern's forge. Their efforts were not in vain, however, as the last party noticed a peculiar stack of engraved metal plates in the lower levels, near an elevator. Some of these plates were scattered around as well, and they appear to have all originally been identical. These plates are all melted, dented, torn, or scratched in different places. No fully intact plate exists. The engraving is clearly some form of runic script, but deciphering the whole message is difficult. Additionally, the back of some of the plates holds a different engraving. With the least damaged plates spread out on the floor, learned members of the party puzzle over what the original message could be. It's all gnomish to me, or... Yeah, cool. Figure it out. Dramatic move, I will take the points, thank you. This should be... It's iron now, which is pretty cool. Because I still get... No, Great Mushroom Cave's gone. That is too bad. That is too bad. Our ancestors' message. Translating the words of their ancestors is a common practice for dwarves, even more so since they began reclaiming their ancestral holds. With this experience, the expedition quickly deciphers both sides of the old dwarven message. The obverse is a stern reminder to the workers of Grimhardum that they must not become complacent reading. It is required to read the labels and consult a supervisor before manipulating any controls. The message on the rear is a notice to workers, reminding them that what they should do if the great furnace beneath the forge was to ever go out. It reads, allow the tears of the father and the fire of the mountain to flow into the furnace. The expedition commits these translations to memory, as if these messages were important to their ancestors, then they must be important to them too. Cool. Bloody disease. We are now certain that serpent's rot dwells within the blood. What remains to be seen, however, is the actual effects, as the symptoms seem to differ greatly on a case-by-case basis. Study blood sample or harsher experiments. Yeah, I'll just do the harsher experiments. I got plenty of stab, and I think you get stab after finishing this. Do you have any flavor on this? It's not even considered a disaster. Anyway, let's make some money. Yeah, it's already down a lot. Beneath the cauldron. As the expedition travels slowly down the repaired freight elevators, they take in the sights surrounding the huge cauldron of the Great Forge. Metal rings of flooring, similar to the top level, surround the cauldron at different heights. Great pipes lead to and from the cauldron in smaller vats. Forges, smithing stations, and carved chambers on each floor. These floors are much better preserved and have not been infested by squatters, owing to the difficulty of reaching them. Still, the squatters managed to despoil the lower floors with rotting bodies and trash left lying near the edges of the floors and piled up in the great cauldron, thrown into the central pit with no care for the destination. Soot blankets the floors and walls of each level, crunching underfoot and leaving ugly black stains behind. Below the huge cauldron on the bottom floor lies a fine mesh, still smoldering and belching strange vapors. The great furnace below has not completely extinguished, even after millennia of disuse, leaving the whole of Grimhardum swelteringly hot. Some engineers of the expedition shudder. Grimhardum. It's a doom, not a dumb. That makes much more sense. Expedition shudder, imagining working here when the furnace was still at full blast. Once the repaired elevators touch the bottom floor for the first time, the expedition scouts dart off to explore the depths of Grimhardum. There we go. A ring of engraved steel surrounds the mesh on the bottom floor, though it is difficult to see through the ankle-high piles of dust, bones, soot, and metal scraps that have collected over time. A rough stone tunnel is the only exit in the walls of the bottom floor, in line with the entrance gate far above. The scouts who entered the tunnel return blackened with soot and panting for breath. They descend in a gentle sloping spiral, approaching the smoldering furnace beneath the mesh. Their exploration was halted by magma pouring lazily from cracks above and in the walls, covering the huge steel bridge in front of them. As far as they could tell, the bridge is still intact. The magma must be cleared to gain access to the furnace. After reviewing the structure and pipeworks of the forge, the engineers of the expedition have determined the magma blocking the bridge should be flowing into the furnace below. Something is blocking the pipes into the furnace and causing an overflow of magma. How the forge is still smoldering without heat from magma is unknown, but irrelevant for now. Judging by the inscriptions that remain on each level, the penultimate level is the best bet to clear the magma. Somewhere on that floor are the controls to manage the flow of magma and water used to generate steam into the furnace below. The scouts look to the expedition leader, wondering where to search first. Let's go left. Cool. Grimhardum. Yeah, it's getting bad. Is getting bad. It's time for tech, though. Yeah, that's, well, at least we have tech now. Complex controls. The left side of the penultimate level is home to a series of small control chambers. All of these chambers were once almost identical, containing pipes rising from the floor and into the ceiling of each, adorned with various valves and levers. Now the control chambers are a spectrum, from almost untouched to no more than a pile of rubble in a doorway. Unfortunately, the inscriptions above each room have long since worn away, making it difficult to tell what purpose even the intact control rooms serve. After a fruitless search for any more clues to each room's purpose, the expedition leader dispatches an engineer and mage to the bottom floor. With a combination of divination and mechanical knowledge, they locate the pipes buried in the rock that run into the furnace and follow them back up into the chamber that controls them. At first, it appeared that the expedition was out of luck. The chamber the engineer pointed to was one full of rubble. After a little excavation, however, it was clear that the rubble was from the partial collapse of only one wall. With some improved braces, a further collapse is prevented, and once the rubble is cleared out, the expedition leader can walk through the open path into the control chamber. Mercifully, the pipes and controls were not touched by the collapse and are still mostly intact. There are only 3 controls on the pipes, a pair of iron valves surrounding a strange reddish lever. The valves were once colored, too. There are small flecks of paint still stuck to the rear of them. It seems the left valve was once a peculiar light green, while the right valve was a deep yellow color. Aside from the pipes running up the black wall in these controls, the room is an empty uniform cube, only large enough for a handful of people. Alone in the room for now, the expedition leader ponders his options. Let's do the red lever, that sounds fun. A well-oiled machine. As the expedition leader completes his action, a satisfying whirring and hissing emanates from the pipes before him. The sound echoes out into the main area where the expedition waits, assuaging fears of a pipe explosion and soothing frayed nerves. Cool. How are we doing on these guys? Okay, we have 29 capacity. We don't have any of those yet, though. Complex controls. Let's do the green one. Cool. Get some more morale. Order in the Sleepy Kingdom. Gotta love that event. So fun. Yeah, my income is slowly getting strangled. I'd like to find a cure soon, please. Or if these guys find a cure, just get it over here. Wow! Great! And let's do... search for instructions. Well, there's only one left. Just pull them all. Minority districts. You all can suck it, I don't care. The left side of the penultimate level is home to a series of... Okay. And let's move on, we've done what we can. We're going to extend all those loans. I cannot deal with them. Beneath the cauldron. The expedition exits the chamber, returning to the soot-strewn penultimate level of the forge. Everyone settles down, leaning against walls and pipes to catch their breath as best they can in the sweltering heat of the forge. After just a few minutes of respite, the expedition leader calls out the order to begin exploring the opposite side of the floor. Let's go. Tunnel vision. The right side of the penultimate level has only a smattering of carved antechambers, all of which have collapsed and are inaccessible. Usually there's a large carved stone tunnel as well. It's long but narrow, with smoothly curving walls and tipped with simple stone staircase leading upwards. Curiously, the air in the tunnel is comparatively cooler and pleasantly humid, more akin to a beach holiday than a desert trek. The scouts sent into the tunnel are forced to return soon, however. The flickering orange light from above the staircase and the chaotic magic energy swirling in the tunnel can only mean one thing: an infestation of magma oozes. Cool air means there is very little magma in the tunnel, so each ooze should be comparatively weaker than the ones experienced on the first floor. Still, the tunnel is far too narrow for a large force to enter, whereas the amorphous oozes will have no problem utilizing their numbers. Ignoring the men clamoring to stand in the refreshing draft, the expedition leader begins selecting a team to clear the tunnel. Armored bearing shields or water mages. Like shooting oozes in a barrel. A line of soldiers advances steadily through the tunnels, with jets of water sailing over their heads and shoulders at oncoming oozes. Each ooze is stunned by the water and swiftly crushed by the nearest soldier. Those soldiers who are burnt or exhausted are rotated back and replaced by fresher soldiers, while the mages scan the roof and walls for ambushing oozes in their downtime while drinking mana potions. Even those soldiers at the back have a purpose, picking through dead oozes, searching for absorbed valuables. With the last ooze reduced to a splatter of magma, the whole tunnel has been cleared. Precious few casualties. Very nice. Is there anything I can do to you? Is there anything I can do to you? Yes, Slander Merchants. The dry river. The cause of the pleasant climate in the tunnel is revealed as the expedition emerges into a naturally formed underground cavern. The difference between the work of nature and of man is striking after so long spent painstakingly carved rooms of the forge. It appears that once a great underground river flowed through the cavern, slowly carving peculiar channels into the rock. The sound of flowing water still echoes down the cavern, but a bronze dam blocks the river. The dam stretches most of the way up the cavern ceiling, with 4 great gates lined along the base. These gates are open, clogged with debris from upstream, leaving the underground riverbed bone dry. Scouts sent to climb the dam report that there's a bubbling stream on the other side, not quite large enough to fill the whole cavern, even with the dam open. At the other end of the underground riverbed, the floor suddenly drops, and huge pipes snake off in different directions to deliver water to the forge. It seems the dam gates were once controlled mechanically, as they are far too heavy to be operated by hand. They also had retractable grates, presumably to prevent them from being clogged as they are now. But they were either torn from the dam or left up. The valves and levers on the dam itself do nothing now, so the debris will need to be cleared another way. Yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, let's use bombs. That sounds fun. Dam busters. Lining the tunnel in the top of the dam, the expedition watches as the engineers secure the last of the explosives on the debris on the 4 gates. As the lead engineer counts down to detonation, the expedition retreats into the tunnel for safety. 3, 2, 1, detonate! The sound of the explosion booms through the tunnel, echoing off the curved walls countless times, shaking dust loose from the ceiling. Once the shaking is stopped, the expedition peers tentatively over the edge into the cavern. The dam is a little blackened, but still intact. More importantly, the debris is gone, and water once again flows through the riverbed. Very nice. And, yeah, quickly gotta see if the magma's been cleared. They got Court and Country, cool. Gamester's going away, that's too bad. The evil grows. After multiple tests, we know the serpent's rot is spread through the air and is highly sensitive to heat and therefore fire. The most pessimistic of our researchers, however, think that it is already far too late to contain the disease, and that nothing short of the appearance of a healthy carrier could save us. Words of the Ancients, or test on blood samples. That's 1 loan. The burning bridge. Despite the best efforts of the expedition, the steel bridge that leads into the furnace is still covered in magma. The flow has relented somewhat, leaving sections of the bridge clear enough for the expedition to pass through, but magma still pours from above and pools upon the bridge. A bubbling, roiling pool of magma that is collected beneath the bridge is uncomfortably close, leaving the bridge hot enough to burn skin on contact. Despite these adversities, the expedition leader makes the decision to push on while the bridge is somewhat passable. As scouts move ahead, examining magma pools for waiting oozes and clearing magma as best they can, the expedition follows. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. Oh, got a mind depletion. Oh well. Death from below. The mood is tense as the scouts cross the halfway point of the steel bridge. Despite the magma flowing everywhere, only a handful of oozes have leapt at the expedition and were easily dispatched. Could the magic energies down here have stabilized? The expedition's debate regarding the conditions required to spawn magma oozes is interrupted by a strange, burbling noise. The sound is similar to that of a sea swell, as though something huge is moving below the magma under the bridge. By the time most of the expedition realizes the danger, the scouts are too late to run back to safety. The expedition watches helplessly as a gigantic magma ooze surges around both sides of the bridge under the scouts. It engulfs that section of the bridge and the unfortunate scouts in a single movement. The scouts never even had a chance to scream. Breaking free from his stupor, the expedition leader has only seconds to decide on a course of action before the ooze engulfs him too. Yeah, use all the water. Victory by a hair's breadth. Surviving members of the expedition lay sprawled across the ground on either side of the bridge, panting and heaving for breath. The great ooze took many expedition members as it surged down the bridge, but it was reluctant to step off the bridge and away from the pool of magma. The moment of hesitation was just barely enough to allow the men time to counterattack. They fought desperately, even throwing their shields and armor at the ooze to try and delay it. After a truly Herculean effort from every member, the ooze suddenly broke apart, returning to an inert pool of magma and slipping from the bridge. Now, as the expedition leader takes stock of those who have survived, he notices a battered steel chest covered in weakly glowing runes left behind on the bridge. The magma must have swallowed this chest long ago, but thanks to the protective runes carved upon it, the contents are still intact. Inside are a cache of ancient dwarven scriptures and engravings. Such well-preserved artifacts are vanishingly rare and worth their weight in gold. I'll take that, sure. Lost a lot of guys. And then the furnace gate. As the expedition advances towards the location of the furnace, the tunnel becomes rougher and less uniform. This was clearly once part of a natural cave system and was left mostly untouched by the dwarves constructing the forge. Light flickers strangely off ore seams, and the walls seem close in, as they keep advancing. The heat grows and grows until the expedition is walking through a visible heat haze, with many mages reporting visible magical distortions as well. Finally, a huge pair of doors are illuminated before them. These are similar to the doors at the entrance of Grimhardum, but they show signs of being hastily barricaded from this side. Steel bars, sheets of iron, and other makeshift materials have been bolted and welded to the gates, and hastily carved inscriptions and wards covered the whole door. Evidently, despite the forge being abandoned in a hurry, the inhabitants were gravely concerned about whatever was behind that door. This is the last straw for the expedition leader. Many of the expedition are at risk of passing out from the heat, with mages reporting nausea and dizziness from chaotic magical energies swirling before the doors. He knows that in this state, even a flock of bats would pose a serious challenge, let alone whatever is sealed behind those doors. The expedition retreats back across the steel bridge for now, resolving to return better prepared for what we're gonna face inside. Yeah, we're just gonna... Yeah, full regiment, please. Thank you. We got bandits, cool, and give me that. How much is it? Come on. 600. That's not bad. Let's get that going. The last one's gonna be awful. You're not getting anything from me. How's it looking? It's over here now. I don't like that. Don't like it. Oh, that's a bad one, too. Rough. Ugh. I want it to stop. I don't want it to come over here. Yeah, no. They're just dying. Okay. What do we got here? Huh? Oh, not up top. Upgrade the rail. Oh, upgrade the rail. We're not doing that yet. Haha. Not doing that yet. I have the tech for it. Do not have the cash. Yeah, building definitely isn't enough. It's 30 per. Like, it's nice, but I'm not doing that yet. It's nice, but I ain't doing that yet. I do not have anywhere near the money flow for that. But once I do, I definitely will. We're going to lose so much cash. It's going to be ridiculous. Beautiful Cavern Profits. Oh, that's nice. We needed that. Oh boy, we needed that. It's just, the income is just not there. Let's get rid of the bad loan. I should have one. Yeah, let's get rid of the bad one. The rest of them can wait. And I'd rather order in the Sleepy Kingdom. Cool. No more goblins. Go bye-bye. That's a fight. Wish I could deal with this. Really do. Why am I spying on them? I can, I guess. Not really much reason. My poor troops. Yeah, we're gonna do this one in the next episode. That'll be the last level of it. What does level 2 give me, actually? Level 2 gets more stuff in global regiment cost, which is useful. And then digging through layers is cheaper. It's really nice, honestly. Production efficiency, pretty good there. And all in the area get plus 10. That's really useful, considering this has Earthseed. What does this do? True Faith? And then a little bit for heathens. Hobgoblin particulars, cool. Yeah, we're not dealing with those. What does Emerald Spire do again? Stability cost and True Faith. And then free stab at the end. It's something. Glory to us, I'll take that, certainly. Oh, hello. Do we have an insult? Yes, we do. Well, that's too bad, huh? Guess we're just waiting around. Can we get this Serpent's Cure done? Because I'm kind of done with it. Is loyalty only 45? Yes. So someone's going to be mad. Well, let's get the tick. Give it one more tick. And we'll pop this. Great Palace. That's a lot. No. Okay, big one here. Small one's here. Cool. You deal with them, and then go get them. Sounds good. Yeah. Alright, very nice. Move you back. Ooh, look at that, losing money. Cool. One more tick. A little bit more than that. Come on back. Alright, let's turn army maintenance down now. Making money. Good. Crown land. 33. That's acceptable. I guess harsh treatment cost? Or autonomy change? I don't know. None of these are really what I want. What I want is Serpent's Rot to go away. So that's not really an option, huh? It's not crossed over yet, so that's something at least. Ooh, maxing out on admin points. Well, luckily I can get some stab. Yeah, that's not so bad. How are we doing on this? National Bank, the Reformist. What's the Reformist? No idea. That means I will be able to turn that off when it's time. Whenever I can, because I don't need it anymore. General dead. That's something to spend points on. Take that. Alright, let's go to the end of the year. If we get an event, that'd be great. No. Alright, that'll have to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.